Hello and welcome back to your channel. This is your channel now. So welcome back to it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sin. I'm your host for Patel Bella, and in today's episode I'm going to be talking about Emma Seligman. But Emma is a Canadian film director and screenwriter. She's best known for directing her comedy films Shiva Baby and in 2023, Bottoms. I personally watched Bottoms. I go on weekly artist dates because I'm currently reading The Artist's Way. Great book, by the way. If you're in a creative slump, go ahead and read that book. I know it gets a lot of hype and whatever, but it really is getting me out of my creative spunk. Like, I have never been more creative in my life. So get on it. And that book drove me to watch her film, and I didn't know this, but I love Emma. Emma is like my girl crush. Emma, if you're watching this, you're my girl crush. I love you. But I watched Bottoms in theaters last week, and it was so funny. I also watched it during a matinee. I'm not going to talk about it in this episode because I want to talk about just her as a director and kind of give her the highlight and the limelight. And then after this episode comes out, I will do a video on my channel specifically just talking about her film Bottoms because it is hilarious. But she is a young filmmaker. She's only 28. She was born in 95. She was born in Toronto, Canada, and she went to NYU. I didn't know really too much about her. I didn't watch Shiva Baby when it came out in 2020. What was I doing in 2020? I was working during the pandemic and I was not having fun. We were in a global pandemic. It was crazy. Life was hectic. But the fact that she still was able to get this out and like be creative during COVID, which is just amazing. But as a teenager, she contributed to film reviews, to the Huffington Post. I didn't know that. I didn't know the Huffington Post. Am I saying that right? Huffington Post had film reviews. Well, that's what I'm doing on my channel now. I'm reviewing films. So like we all get our start somewhere. But she was doing that, and then she studied film at NYU, Tik School of the Arts, and graduated in 2017. She's made a lot of short films, and some of them include Longwoods, Woods, and then her senior thesis, Shiva Baby. During this time, she was also interning at a variety of like production studios, and she even served on the Toronto International Film Festival's like Select Youth Committee, where she helped like program films for the festival. I've seen Bottoms now, and like a lot of her work focuses on sexual themes, kind of like exploring sexuality, you know, especially as like a young woman in her early 20s or like even in high school with Bottoms. It really kind of, you know, the way that Olivia Rodrigo makes songs about what it's like to be like a young girl in society today. Emma makes films about what it's like to be a queer, questioning, or even like if you're not questioning, even if you're just like you're 1000% sure that you're queer, you're still kind of navigating the world, and you still are kind of like confused with like how do you fit into society the way that you are with all these intersectionalities of like your gender expression or your sexual identity, but then also like who you are as a person independent of those things and these other factors of your life, whether it's like career or family dynamics. Like she explores these in her films, and she does such a good job about doing it. And the fact that she is so young and she has like a nationally distributed film. I watched this in theaters. Like MGM is the studio that gave her the budget for this film. Like that is so cool. Like I'm rooting for you, girl. That is amazing. Give her a round of applause. She deserves it. I mean, come on. But it's also so great to see like she's come this far because of like, it just goes to show you like if you really want something, there are avenues for you to explore that passion. She just started reviewing films on the Huffington Post. Like she was just watching films and she like, I have an opinion about that. And she wrote into the Huffington Post, and then she was like, I want to see a selection of films, and she went to a film festival. I don't know why I didn't feel or see or think about this earlier in life, but that's so true. Like if you're interested in something, go take a class at like a community college or like look it up online, or like that you don't have to stay in the dark about anything. And she's a perfect example of like taking your passion and making a career out of it just because you're so in love with it and you don't mind giving most of your time to that passion, especially going to university for it, spending your free time volunteering at festivals for it. Like that is just so amazing. And I know like getting a college degree might be a little more expensive, but there are scholarships and stuff. And there's also like, I don't know why I didn't think about this before. Maybe because I was just so intimidated by Los Angeles. I lived there for a while, and I just thought everything had to be like at a professional level grade. But there are just some like hobbyist filmmakers who was like, it's literally just a hobby for them. Like they've had their career, or like they love their career, but they love filmmaking like on the side. And even in Virginia, where my family lives, and I moved back for a little bit, there's so many like organizations and film festivals and forums, like just readily available. You just show up for free. I went to a short film festival literally the other day, and they host this annually, and then they have like a writer's workshop that they do every month. Like resources are out there. You have to find them. I found most of my stuff on Facebook. If you just do a quick Google search, you can find stuff. And it's just so inspiring to see someone so young kind of get this far, because like they're involved. And I just want everyone to just be involved. That's just so cool. I don't really have much to say about Emma, apart from, the little work that she's done, considering she is very young and she's kind of just getting her start in the industry. But I wanted to highlight her because her new film Bottoms is in theaters, and I watched it and I was like, directed by women. I love this, and it's so funny and ridiculous and just like campy and like out of this world. I couldn't not make an episode about her, because most of the stuff online is mostly about like her work. The article about Vanity Fair is about they talk about Bottoms, and with Harper's Bazaar they talk about like her creative freedoms. So I feel like I'm going to go more in depth about the review I do for her film. But please check out her work. Check out Shiba Baby. Go watch Bottoms in theaters. I get ads for it all the time. And I'm every movie I watch directed by women, I'm just like shouting from the rooftops, please go watch this. Please go support her, because they're all phenomenal directors, and like they're doing great and funny work. And I just want everyone to be as in love with these directors as I am. So please check out Emma's work. I'm going to link some articles and some videos below of like interviewing her and her process and everything. But yeah, if you like this, and I know today's episode's a little on the shorter side, but I make videos every single Friday. I talk about different directors and women in the film industry. And if that's your jam, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the like button and comment something. If you watch Shiva, or if there's other things I should know about Emma, just let me know. And with that, I'll leave you. Bye.